helpful. Yes, you guys don't get a lot of downtime. You don't. But if we are just waiting for the bride and groom entrance, there's some chairs that need to be moved, grab a couple chairs. That's going to go a long way. Yeah. Venue's going to see that. Planner's going to see that. Couple's going to see that.
Yeah.
Like everyone's going to see that tiny little 5 minutes of just being helpful.
Hold the door.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Shoot Your Shot podcast with Lindsay and Tim.
Welcome back to the Shoot Your Shot podcast. My name is Tim.
I'm Lindsay.
And we have a very special guest with us today, Michelle Maeck of Maeck Weddings.
Hello, hello.
Michelle.
How are you?
My belle. Welcome to the pod.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course.
That's the studio audience.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, it's so nice to have you all here.
Thank you so much. If you don't already know, Michelle Maeck is the face, heart, mind, and name behind Maeck Weddings, which is a wedding planning behemoth, a juggernaut in the area that we live in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is so true. A planning and officiating company.
That's right.
Not to do you a disservice as a fellow woman that also has a husband that has a fairly large name, but just to give some context to our friends that are listening, and if you did listen to our episode a few episodes ago, we had your husband, Jeff Mack, on here. So Michelle is the other half of Maeck Weddings, but also a huge, I would say, driving force in bringing the business and all of it together. You guys do a really great job, but I would say what's interesting to me about Maeck Weddings is that although you are a husband and wife team, you're not just a husband and wife team. I feel like each of you stand on your own, doing your own thing. You're primarily the planning side.
Yes. Well, I am the planning side, me and my team, and Jeff is the officiating side. So we cross paths at weddings, but we don't actually, I don't run his officiating. He doesn't run the planning.
I love that.
So it's kind of two separate entities as one.
Built into one. And I do love that. And I think that's whenever Taylor and I do work together, that's usually how it feels for us as well. It's we're in the same house, but don't get it twisted. I have no idea what his calendar looks like. You could ask me if he's available. I will yell to him if he's in the house with me, but I actually have no clue what's going on in that guy's world. Just I actually probably feel like I have a better handle on Tim's schedule than Taylor's.
Michelle, just so people know, chicken or the egg, which came first? Maeck Weddings, Jeff officiating?
What was the planning, for sure.
Planning, okay.
Oh, Jeff used to be my assistant.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And I remember that. I remember him being your errand boy.
It was fun. It was fun. So we started back in 2012, I think, the business started. And it was basically, planning and coordination. And we had fun doing these things. So we would go to weddings. We would help people out. We would do the planning. And he was my assistant on the day of. And then I think it was 2015.
Okay.
We branched into the officiating side of things and grew that side of the business. So it's pretty cool.
I love that. And not to put any undue pressure on our friend Tim, this is just an elaborate way for us to start planning Tim's actual wedding. No,
it's in the notes.
Wait, I'm going to stop there because we already have it planned.
I know, actually,
we're just
Michelle
waiting
and
for him to sign off on it.
We just need Tim to say fine. Take my credit card.
Okay.
Frick.
Yeah,
this is your water, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's already planned.
Yeah, we've already planned it. I've had your wedding plan since before you agreed to propose.
Since Kelly was just in your phone as Tim's girl?
She's still in my phone as Kelly, Tim's girl.
That's nice.
I will never change it. She's always Kelly's Tim's girl, even though she's one of my dear friends. Kelly, Tim's girl. But that does bring me to the idea of you, to let our listeners know, you plan weddings here and you are involved in coordination and everything here, but you do destinations also, correct?
We do.
Okay. What's that like? How did you start doing that? How did you get into it? What do you love about it? Tell us all the things about doing destination planning.
We don't take on too many destination weddings each year, just because they're so elaborate. But the one thing that I've learned over with destination weddings is every country, every culture has a different way of planning.
Oh, so interesting.
It was very, very hard to get into that and to get that mindset. So you go over into Europe, your wedding will be spectacular.
Yeah.
But do not think anyone's going to talk to you before the week of your wedding. No, you're booked.
Interesting.
You're booked. You're fine. Okay, well, we want to know what flowers are you... Oh, I don't know.
That's
you
so
don't
funny.
know. Okay, well, the bride is asking, can we not have these flowers? Sure. Okay. So it's kind of like a cross your fingers and really hope for the best, but I've never had a destination wedding. If you really do your research and you hire the right people, I've never had a destination wedding that's gone awry. But you just have to be okay with that European laid back style.
Trusting everyone's having a nap, a siesta at 3:00. Okay.
Yes.
Wild.
No, that is very interesting. Where have you done destination weddings? Because you've done like the Caribbean, right?
Yes, we've done the Caribbean. That's a little different.
That's so. What I was gonna say is like I feel like their planning style is. They will get back to you, but they're more sales oriented. So that's why they'll do
and
it.
It's, here's like, I know yours was a bit different because you brought in your vendors. But typically at a Caribbean, you're picking between floral package A and B.
Right.
You're
That's
picking
literally,
between,
they had like, the reason why we had to bring in all of our own people is because I was looking at these venues and they would give me a PDF and it was like, do you want the blue one? And the wedding will be blue and it's seaside and it's got all these like, it's going to have seashells and they have like, these are the rentals you'll have. This is the glassware you'll have.
The mermaid.
This is the florals. You'll have a big rose bouquet with white roses, but we'll put blue dyed roses in them too. You know, horrible. And then they would have like the boho one, which was like borderline. I'm getting canceled if we have that kind of a wedding. You know what I mean? Like
what do you mean? Like
just like I would say a lot of cultural appropriation happening in there. But that might be okay if I was not a white woman coming from Canada.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
it was also 2017.
Yeah, so like the boho vibe was just definitely giving off. We're crossing into like indigenous territory.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
One thing I was disappointed about your wedding that didn't have was the tequila burro. I wanted a tequila.
I did really want a tequila donkey, and actually I tried to hire a tequila donkey and respect to the venue. They said we don't have live animals at our venue.
We don't do livestock.
We don't do live because
I don't typically do livestock at my weddings
That's
either.
fair.
So
well, you know how resorts they'll have like
the lizard guy.
Yeah,
the lizard guy, the monkey guy.
You've got a weird monkey, buddy. I don't want that.
That guy just lives on the beach, though. I don't think
in a
he's
bathing
I got
suit.
bit by one of those monkeys.
Did you?
Yeah,
of course.
Right on my ear.
Did you get your pesos back?
No, of course not.
hell?
They would say that's part of the plan.
That's the experience.
Yeah. It hurt.
So you've done the Caribbean. You've been bit by the monkey, and then you've done Europe.
We've done Europe. We've done France. We've done Spain. We've done Italy.
Oh, Italy! Interesting.
Italy. We've done Italy. Italy was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Sounds like a place we should go back to.
Yes, Tuscany. Tuscany's very nice.
So nice. Tim's feeling hot. He's blushing.
Yeah.
Before this episode, before Kelly left the house today, she's like, "So you and Michelle to plan our wedding on the podcast?" I'm like, it sounds like it's going to happen.
She knows.
She's aware.
She's a smart lady.
Kelly.
Villa with Michelin star, chef that came in. Like, we're talking, it was an unreal experience. And I think Jeff actually has a clip of this. I'm walking past like the kitchen, and the kitchen has these windows that like open out, and the chef is chopping cherry tomatoes.
Like ratatouille?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like chopping
Anyone
cherry
can
tomatoes
cook, right?
in the window. Pops one in my mouth, and I'm like, am I in a dream? Like, is this for real?
That sounds amazing.
Like, it was amazing. And
sounds very sensual.
Best, it was.
Jeff has a video for what?
Sir.
He does
for
not
your
like
divorce lawyer?
tomatoes.
This guy.
But it was like, this is like where am I?
What an
and what
experience.
am I doing for a living?
right.
This is kind of crazy.
wild.
So
It is
was
crazy
amazing.
that's a job.
Yeah.
A Michelin chef handing you cherry tomatoes through a window in Tuscany is like a thing.
Overlooking a vineyard.
Totally
Like,
normal.
What's
That's
happening?
a normal day.
Do you feel like we're at a deficit here? Like we're at a loss having weddings in North America versus Europe? Do you feel like it's a way better experience?
Maybe it's such a experience because that's not what we have here.
It's novel.
Yeah.
And I think and I think that's maybe why it's so, it's the different culture, it's the different the different practices, the different traditions that they have, and how laid back they are, right? They, it's not.
It's the
also
reason
that
that
the
every time we
guests
go on
are-
vacation, Lindsay's always looking for real estate.
Yeah.
Like, let's buy a property here.
Should we buy? Michelle and I, our conversations, our DMs, and our Instagram, like our Instagram messages and our text messages, could be boiled down to like three things.
Well, we'll leave
One
out.
of them we'll leave out. just me roasting people. Two, no, I'm nicer than that. Two is like just talking about work. You sending me dates, me saying sure, yes, no, whatever. Yeah. And then the third one is us sending each other villas.
Yeah.
We literally just
this
sent
villa's only
Tuscany.
$200,000
Yes.
and it sleeps 12.
It's insane.
Yeah. Why are we not
So
living
I
there?
just
Should we
think,
do it?
Yeah.
should we not think of that as a business expense for your wedding? Like, could this now be we buy a villa? Okay, before we digress too far.
Okay, before we actually get into the
let's go.
meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
I really don't like that, but can we Can we?
For audio listeners, Michelle has a bag. Okay.
There's a mystery
Yes.
bag
Yeah,
sitting here.
it's been sitting here
Yes.
the whole time. What is in the bag, Michelle?
Well, it's a gift for the two of you, but
Oh my God.
I would really like you to open it.
On camera?
Yeah.
On mic?
Yeah.
Tim, you open
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be, I'm so
For our
excited.
nose, there's a candle behind us.
Okay.
Because I know you guys have.
Oh my God. What the fuck? It's called the Mystic Pickle.
Yes,
Pickle
I heard the Magic 8 Ball is on the
by
fridge
Dr.
Sundays.
Dingus.
He's on his last legs. It's so funny you say this because we didn't shake the Magic 8 Ball and I was thinking we should do it, but we
Delightfully
can't.
answers life's secrets. Let's open
Yes.
this bad boy.
Dr. Dill.
Yeah.
This
Dr.
is
Dingus.
Dr. Dingus.
I'm really hoping the batteries are in there. It says on the box that the batteries are in there.
I have a friend named
my
Just
gosh,
in case one
Dingus.
day you don't want to go to the, the Magic
box.
8 Ball.
The 8
you've
ball
got
is
the-
broken.
The
God.
Mystic
It's firmly
Pickle.
broken. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't shake anymore.
What in the world, Michelle? What are we looking at here? Okay,
This
there's a
is
tab.
horrifying.
So-
and I'm
Comes with a battery.
so
You
excited.
You gotta
Okay.
ask.
This is
Activated.
really.
Yep,
we're gonna have
it's
to
just-
post this.
Dr. Dingus Mystic Pickle.
Mystic
Okay.
Pickle.
Are there instructions on the box, Lindsay?
Okay.
Appears to be a speaker. There appears to be a button.
No, it's an audio.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Oh, I'm so excited.
should we have? Do you want to ask the first question?
Oh,
Michelle?
no, I am not.
I assume
prepared
it's
for
a
that.
yes or no kind of
I
situation.
would think so.
There's no instructions. It's a guess. You have to guess.
Okay.
Okay.
There's literally no instructions. There's a 30-day warranty though, which is really good.
Mystic Pickle, are you here for our benefit or our demise? What do you want to say? Like, what are you here for
That-
us or against us, Mr. Pickle? Mystery Pickle? Mystic Pickle.
That was the most.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you.
That was the
I'm
worst.
so sorry.
Go back. Don't disrespect him like that. I think you have to hit the button while you say it. How would it know that you're
I have
talking
to ask the
to it?
question, then push the button.
Yeah.
You know that?
I assume it's.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like recorded.
And I think it has an audio.
Okay.
I would-
Yeah, there's a
Response.
speaker here, so
I
clearly
would
it's that.
have thought that you hit the button while you speak at
Imagine
it.
what
Otherwise, it's just constantly listening.
Asking again. Think harder.
Wow, the Mystic Pickle.
Okay.
This is rad. We need to put this on a fishing line and have it drop down from the ceiling.
Okay, I have a
like
question
Carson.
for it. I
Go
have a question for it.
Yeah.
Mystic Pickle, is this going to be our most listened to podcast episode yet?
Ask again, but with more desire.
Ask again with more desire.
Okay. I'm thinking
Same question.
Mystic Pickle. Is this going to be our most listened to podcast episode yet?
The mystical bubbles of the brine for sea affirmation.
Fantastic,
Oh.
Michelle. Well done.
Wow.
Shall we dethrone
Yes.
the 8-ball? Put this guy on
Absolutely.
the
Oh, I
pickle
don't.
throne?
I never meant for that to happen.
Michelle, this thing is cooked.
The 8
It's
ball is
cooked,
so cooked
chopped,
you cannot get an
done.
answer out of it.
See,
anymore.
I almost got an 8 ball, but then I was like, no. What if that's like from your childhood and you can't replace it?
Look at the pick.
But
Wow, dude.
the disrespect.
I
of the
also,
8
when it
ball,
came in the box,
she's
I-
gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
Oh
We should get her a
my
little jar or
gosh,
something. That'd be
the
amazing.
brine is seeing
bubbles,
affirmation.
yeah,
the
that's
bubbles
amazing.
of the brine. Okay, well,
Thank you,
this is
Michelle. We
off
love
to
a gift.
Off to a phenomenal start. Unbelievable. I love a pickle. I'm really craving a juicy
Do you like
pickle.
a full, like similar to this
A
shape and
dilly
size?
boy.
Okay.
That would be my
But like
ideal
crunchy
pickle.
or like
It has to be crunchy.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Okay.
fear that this one would be slightly too big for it to have the maintain
Crunchy.
the
No, it'd
crunch
be
that I need.
yeah.
It needs to be slightly skinnier than
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I like I like this size, but I like them sliced. Like in like sandwich style. Oh, I used to be able with the chips, like sliced was that vertically, horizontally, depending on how you hold
sure.
it. But now I like them like lengthwise cut.
Oh.
Slap it on a sandwich.
I do love a
My
sandwich
God.
pickle.
Yeah.
What's your pickle of choice?
Oh, pickles are great. I would say crunchy.
Okay.
Crunchy
Yeah.
dill.
Sure.
Yeah, but
A gherkin?
no.
No. Oh, I like a
A
gherkin.
Polsky or Gorky?
No.
My favorite type of pickle. Such
Okay.
a stupid name.
Wow, I absolutely love this digression
Yeah.
on our episode already.
Yeah.
Off to a phenomenal start. We were very excited to have you on for a number of reasons. One of them being that you are like the most experienced planner that we know. We
Oh my
work with
gosh.
so frequently.
And our favorite.
You are our favorite person. You make our day every day, whether we're working together or not, because we yap all the time.
Yeah.
But when we work together, you bring a sense of calm to a wedding day. And I
Yes.
feel like that's what we try to bring also. Is
Absolutely.
like,
Yes, you
we
do.
feel confident.
Yep.
We know what we're doing. You know that we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
And there's no, I always call it like a TLC show, like when
Yes.
they're trying to inject drama. So if anybody's never watched TLC, these references aren't going to be helpful
This
for
is
you.
old TLC.
But like, you know, like the 4 weddings,
Yeah.
the like whatever, where there has to be some drama at a wedding.
Yeah, no one's
And
going to watch it if
And
there
it's
isn't.
always interesting how many planners I meet currently still to this day that I'm like, you watch too much TLC. You take your job to the point where you think that in order for this wedding to go off normally, that there needs to be like drama injected into it.
Do you know what I think my theory
wanna
on
hear it.
that is?
Want to hear it?
Is if I would never do this, but if I'm sitting in a corner reading a book,
Sure.
well, I've planned your wedding perfectly.
Yes.
Because you know
That's
what
the
I mean?
ideal. That's
Here
the
I
ideal.
am, just this like, okay, yeah, everything's going well. You guys know
Someone
what
will
you're
come to you
doing.
with a question perhaps, but that's it. Yeah.
Exactly. Which, no, I'm not reading a book in the corner
You could.
on a wedding day. But I think
Yeah.
that others think that if I'm running around and I'm doing this and I'm showing you how valuable I am.
Looking busy.
And I'm like, yeah, no. Like if the day runs perfectly, that's you showing how valuable you
That's
are.
actually so true.
Yeah.
The
And I've
pre-planning has worked.
Yeah.
I liken
so-
it to setting up dominoes, like one of those, like,
Yeah.
massive.
We start.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
push the first one and then everything goes. Like, great.
Yeah.
I did all the work leading up to the day.
Yeah.
My job on the day is to
Yeah.
hover and float like an executive producer.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I just listened to your last podcast. So
Yeah,
yes,
buddy.
the theater analogy was
Oh,
excellent.
yeah,
Okay.
very
yes,
much. Yes.
I've got a few analogies of my own as we
Please. We'd love to
as
hear
we
them.
chat.
Yeah.
But
Are none pickle or any pickle related?
no,
or okay.
no,
Well, we'll
we've
get
got
there.
baseball, we've
Okay.
got movie, we've
Okay.
got So
Okay,
Theater.
okay.
yeah, but no, that's my theory on it. Is that they're showing how they're trying to show how valuable they are by. But
Justify
don't get me
their
wrong, there
existence.
are certain times where. Yeah, you're running around because
just step
things
in.
are, and we've been at those weddings together.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
other thing is maybe it's trying to show the value by letting people know what's gone wrong.
Yeah.
So one thing that we never do
Yes.
is we
Oh,
never tell our clients
no.
what's gone wrong unless
Nope.
it's a thing that they need to be involved in.
Yes.
There's a conversation for us to have.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
we don't tell our clients most of the time, and it's sometimes annoying. Like, okay, to put it into perspective from the photography side of things, I spent the last 2 days retouching a wedding that like doing full heavy retouching because of a situation that aesthetically really required a lot of retouching.
Got it.
It's one of those things that I'm like, I wish that you knew how much I've done here and I wish that there was
Yeah.
any way for me to tell you.
Yep.
But I'm also, my goal is I want you to look at yourself and love how you look and I
Yeah.
want you to love these images. And so I will never tell you and I will never allow that to be a thing.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to like the day of side of things, our goal of keeping the day smooth and running calmly means unfortunately you're not going to get the credit you're not getting the extra credit for what you're doing.
Yeah.
No one will ever know
Yeah.
that you literally went and got a fire extinguisher and put
Yeah.
out a fire.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
won't know that because you're that good at
Yeah.
your job.
Yeah.
But for the planners that are sort of on the opposite side of things, they're running around like, did you know that her brother's not here yet? And he contacted me and said he's not available until XYZ
Yeah.
time. And I'm like, deal with it.
Telling everyone that the zipper broke.
Yeah.
You don't
No one
need to
needs
show
know
your
that.
work. You don't need to show
Yes.
your work.
It's actually
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get your perspective because we just really value your how your whole working process. We love that. And what we are, it's very selfish of us. What we're hoping for is learning how we as photographers can do better.
Yeah.
Obviously we don't always get the feedback from our
Yeah.
clients on the
Yeah.
things that they're frustrated with us on
Yeah.
working through
Yeah.
the wedding planning process. Our clients thankfully are not emailing us saying, hey, this is annoying the shit out of me.
Yeah.
In some ways that's good, but in other ways that feedback can be helpful
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
for
Sure.
us to
Yeah.
grow and get better.
100%.
But you hear it.
Yeah. Well,
You
yeah,
would hear
we
it
hear
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
So we kind of want to get into that a little
Okay.
bit. Explore sort of the relationship between photographers and planners and how we can make your life easier.
Yeah.
All of, how can we make other vendors' lives easier?
Yeah.
So perhaps shall we get into some questions?
Sure.
Please.
Okay. So when you think about your best experiences with photographers, what would you say made those relationships work well? And no need to, use any specific examples.
I would say 100% collaboration and communication, hands down, is the number one thing that makes that relationship between planner and photographer, videographer smooth.
Yeah.
And it's constant communication. we've hired a photographer. Well, most of the time I've hired a photographer, or I've tried to hire a photographer that is experienced and professional and I know is fantastic to work with. So that communication on a lot of my wedding days is great, right? Like, I understand that not everything can go down the timeline. It's like tick, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Always happen.
Doesn't always happen.
Often happen.
But if something needs to get moved, photographers, videographers, don't go rogue on me.
Yeah.
And the main reason that I say that is because the one thing, planners have a bad rap, I think, sometimes, because they're seen as type A,
Controlling?
yes, control freaks. Micromanagey. And it's like,
To be fair, some of them are.
yes, yes. And you
Some
know
of them
what?
literally stand there being
Yeah.
like, you have 4 more minutes left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, chill, baby girl.
Yeah. And I am not, like, you guys can attest to this, I am not that planner.
No.
Yeah.
So I think what photographers need to know is, for the most part, we see the big picture. So the decisions that we are making is because we see that big picture, not because we're just looking at a tiny slot of the day and what's going wrong or it's like, well, no, we can't take you out at that time because we've got this happening at that time. And if that doesn't happen at this time, then this can't happen
There's
at
a
this time.
knock-on effect of things
Yeah.
being delayed or pushing ahead, right?
And then the dancers are coming in at this time, so
Yes.
we can't do sunset photos, but can we do golden hour photos?
Yeah.
Sure,
So
sure.
the day is smooth when, hey, you want your golden hour photos, you want your sunset photos, talk to us.
Yeah.
And
Right?
and
Talk to us.
communicate it
We'll
ahead of
figure it
time
out.
also, right?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
the one thing that I've noticed that whenever things like that go awry, I'm like, well, shoot, that's a thing that I could have factored for with your planner in your schedule if we had done this a week ago.
Yep.
But you
yes.
springing a cool surprise
Yep.
speech or a cool surprise gift,
Yep.
or you now want to do 3 first looks instead of 1 first look. That's just not a thing we can easily do now. And,
Yes.
and I never want to be a no person, but sometimes it's a yes, we can, but with the caveat of there are only so many hours and minutes in this day.
Yeah.
And you are only one person as
Yeah.
a couple,
Bingo.
right? Like, you guys can only be in so many places.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that you've seen the pulled back vision, and you're working with the venue, with the fire dancer people, whatever.
The fire saxophonist.
The fire saxophonist, he's coming in at this time, guys, and he's got an entrance to make.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no, you can't be off grounds taking additional family photos that weren't planned for, you know? So,
Yeah, maybe he'll wait, but he's going to charge you for it, right?
okay, so you would say, like, the collaborative, sort of communicative side of things.
Absolutely. Like, I always try and send my timeline out to photographers and videographers at about the 8-week mark.
Okay.
Now, give or take, sometimes I'm waiting on certain things from other vendors, but the biggest thing is I've got, and especially this season, 2025 was the busiest season that we've had in our business.
Yeah.
I had photographers emailing me about changes to the schedule the night before the wedding.
No.
And I'm like, guys,
Like, it's already finalized. It's
I'm
out.
like, you've had this in your hands for 2 months. I understand you're busy. So am I. I'm at a wedding right now, but I can't make those changes. I am so sorry.
Yep.
Let's talk on the day of. We'll see how we can get
To me,
you
at
what
that
you
point,
want.
if I've ever left it until that point, I'm like, it's a day of discussion
Yeah.
now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I have read it, and in the mindset I was in, that all works well. And then the night before, I'm like, shoot, I have
We didn't think about this.
I have this realization.
Yeah.
Tim needs to set up video stuff, so we can't do it during that time because he won't be present or
Just show up
whatever.
early.
Some of the things we, honestly, I do have
That's
thoughts on that.
experience. Right? Like,
That's it.
experience.
Every wedding
Yeah.
I go to, I'm doing video.
Yeah.
I will go to the reception space first, set up the speeches, lighting, and tripod, and leave it there. So as soon as I roll up after cocktails, I'm ready
Good to go.
I have to say this because I've had some like videographers lately that I'm like, I can't even imagine what your final product is going to be because they weren't there, because they were running around going and setting up cameras and tripods.
and
I was just
changing
talking
the lighting, and
I'm like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, you're only one person, and like, you were physically not present for any of the portraits, and I'll hold off on it as long as we can. But baby, I don't have the ability to just call you and say, hey, are you coming? And I also don't want to. That's so awkward.
I had the opposite experience this past weekend where I was the photographer and then they surprised the videographer. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We chatted for a bit.
How's that go?
Weird. It was weird. We were in the very tight space of the Laura Mill, that little house that they have.
Okay,
the space
the
there, like a
James Ross
house.
Yeah.
And he was just over my shoulder on like a monopod the entire time. Like, fucking videographers, man. These guys
This
are the worst.
guy,
They're
the
the worst.
Yeah.
So I get it.
They don't have to be.
They don't,
No, Tim, you're
the whole way
okay.
I shoot, it's it's more not to like pat myself on the back here, but like I'm just like, oh, I do it way better. This is great. It's nice to know.
Sometimes it's nice to be confirmed that we actually are sick.
Yeah.
I don't get to see other people work, and it's good for my ego because I don't want to know what I
and the same with me. Like I hear from you guys, I hear from Jeff, I hear from, because you guys work with other planners. Jeff works with other planners consistently. And so I hear the feedback, but I'm not there on the day of.
No.
Unless I'm a guest, which I'm the worst guest. But it's what do I do with my hands type thing.
Literally.
But yeah, I 100%, like I hear the feedback and I just know that like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
You're like, oh,
that doesn't,
we're good.
Yeah,
we're doing all right.
We're good.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
What are some things that photographers do, and like perhaps it's unintentional, and maybe this sort of just goes back to your previous answer, but what are some things that they do that make it really hard for you as a planner to do your job?
And can you name them and we'll put their tags
Put their
info
up here, specifically
just dox
those
them
people.
completely.
So what is, okay. I think we all have stressful jobs on the day of. Absolutely. But I think it's the photographers and videographers. There's a few that I work with that they're like, I am number one.
Oh,
and
interesting.
I have to do this.
The
and
ego.
everyone else
Wow.
needs to fall in line. And it's like, no. We're all on the same team. I think that is my number one. It's just like, no, we're playing for the same team. We're all trying to win the game. We're all trying to do everything to make this the best day possible.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
It makes me
It's
wonder what they
not.
overpromised the couple. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It makes me wonder like what they sold them on.
No,
to be
my
like,
guess is that they have a financial. This is my thinking
Okay,
on it.
please.
Okay.
I think there's a financial ranking in a photographer's mind, and I have the same
Okay.
feeling a lot of the time. Is that, and not to be shitty to a planner ever, but I don't try to be shitty to anybody. But on a wedding day, if I ever feel like there needs to be someone in control, and often if there isn't a day of coordinator, it is us.
Yes, 100%
So I'm so used to running the show because I'm like, okay, well, someone has to take charge here, otherwise
and
no
someone
one
does
is.
have to take charge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
And for me, I know how much they spent on their videographer because they just hired the guy off Kijiji last week for $500. So you know what? Yeah, I am gonna take a step in here and say these people paid me like $8,000. So I have a responsibility to show them $8,000
worth of service. Yeah.
But when you do have a skilled planner that knows what they're doing and is good at their job,
Yeah.
take a back step and say, I don't care how much I've been paid because their job is now not my job. And that is a treat.
It is a day off whenever I'm working with yourself. It truly feels like I'm like, oh my God.
Well,
why was I doing all
done.
this heavy lifting the entire time?
Things that are done before you know it's coming, that you're like, I'm gonna have to go in and I'm gonna have to get this veil together and I'm gonna have
help
to
with the boutonnieres.
fix the all of
some chairs.
the little things that we do that are absolutely not
our
our
job.
job, but we end up doing them if they're, because I would just rather them be done than not be
quickly
done.
and the visual needs that I need so we can make sure we get the shot quickly and move on, right?
And scheduling wise, you know what? I would just rather do it than watch you struggle your way through it, and then I'm gonna have to fix these boutonnieres because why would you put the pins on the front facing into you? That's
wrong
insane.
with you?
So it is such a treat to have a planner. So I think probably part of it is ego, really,
true.
because photographers are just sorry, but there's so much ego involved in an artist's work, just inhaling their own fumes. And then the other side of it is that if you've been burned by another vendor before, it's we hear this from videographers saying, I wish that photographers would come in and just be chill. And then if I prove you wrong, cool. If the videographer sucks, then start treating him like he sucks,
Yeah.
you know? But wait till he sucks first. Don't go in with the idea that he sucks, and then, of course, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
And same thing goes for vendors with any of us, right? Like, you've had a bad planning experience. That's not me. I'm not them.
I wasn't that planner.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't the one micromanaging your day.
Bingo.
And perhaps you might have more management from a planner that doesn't know you in your first experience. Like maybe you are more hands-on with a newer photographer or somebody you haven't experienced, because it's a trust thing.
Yeah.
We're all trying to figure out, how do I do my job and execute it well so that the client feels like I did a good thing and they're happy with me.
Yeah.
And can I make sure this person's not going to get in the way of that goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of odd.
Yeah.
Kind of an odd situation. Okay, so it's so weird that aside from us, we all work together really often, but it's so weird that we have these very high stakes things. It's like, oh, most important day of your life, you spend $100,000 on this. You should throw 5 people in a room together that have never worked
met.
together.
Good luck.
Okay,
you
let's
go
talk
to day,
about
like
this.
you go to
Yes.
day 1 at a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And there's like team building. There's like icebreakers.
Yes.
We got to get to know each other. We got to build
It's
some
not
trust.
make your nut for sales on a single day.
Yes.
That's not how this. That's not how that works.
It's so insane
Yeah.
that we're like, you know what we should do? Throw
Yeah.
a bunch of people that have
Yeah.
never worked together and see what they do in
Yeah.
really stressful
Yeah.
environments.
Yes.
But also, all of our family dynamic is there too. All
Yeah.
of our personal lives,
Oh, yeah.
personal
Oh, yeah.
lives. Invite the boss. Let's see what happens. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
let's put all this pressure on ourselves.
hit blend. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally
Yeah, see
how
what
it feels.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
People are wild. What's
Yeah.
wrong with us?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, do you have, I mean, we know because we're blessed to be recommended by you.
Too blessed.
Do you have like a vision for your own preferred list? Because do you have like an actual PDF? Do you send it out to people, or you just get to know your clients and then you say, here are the people I'd recommend based on you?
That is exactly what I do. So I have a PDF. Do I send it out? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Do my other planners have it? Absolutely, they
Hell
do.
yeah.
And the reason we don't just send it out is because one, everyone has a different budget,
Sure.
right? Not everyone on those, let's talk photographers. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So all those photographers that are on there aren't necessarily going to fit the budget.
Right.
I don't want to send you someone that's looking for a $2,000 photographer.
Thank you.
Because it's a waste of your time.
Yes,
And that's
yeah.
a waste of their time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Well, and the goal of them coming
Yeah.
to you is that they don't have to do all that legwork
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
fish
Yeah.
through 30
Yeah.
different things and fall in love with a photographer that's 4
Yes.
times their budget.
yeah, and then they're like, ooh, that's outside of my, and it's
Yeah.
like, but you know what? If they come to me and they say, oh, I love Lindsay, I love Tim, and I'm like, it's outside of their budget, but I'm like, you know what?
Let's take from here and move things around, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is obviously a priority for you.
Yeah.
So let's trim here, here, and here.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And
We
make it work.
appreciate you doing that.
And so, yes, I do have a PDF. Yes, but I tailor those recommendations separately to each couple because
it.
their wedding is not your wedding, which is it's not his wedding, it's not her wedding.
course,
It's their wedding.
Right.
And so because I think what most of the people listening to this, they're waiting for so how do I get a planner to recommend me? First of all, I guess being chill on a wedding day, if you get the opportunity
Please,
to work
please.
with a
Don't be a bag
planner,
of tools.
right? Don't be the
Don't
worst
tick me off.
person.
Yeah.
Don't be the absolute worst
Yeah.
person, but there has to
Yeah.
be things that can make a photographer stand out
Yes.
to you
Yeah.
that make you like, oh, I would add that person to my list. They were amazing to work
Yep.
with. Like, and different budgets, there's no reason why a $2,500 photographer shouldn't be able to get in with a great planner if they are doing well at their job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what would be the things that you're like,
What I'm looking for?
Yeah, give us the criteria.
like some, whether it's personality traits, whether it's like administrative things, whether
Great hair.
Great
phenomenal
hair.
hair.
Yeah.
Like, you heard from the clients that they delivered the wedding photos on
Yep.
time. Like
Yeah.
any of
Yes.
these, what are the things?
I think, so let's just say on the day of, flexibility.
Okay.
Fun. Let's have fun,
Yeah.
guys.
It's just not that serious.
Yeah, it's
No,
just not that
we're
serious.
not,
Get it
like-
tattooed on my head.
Yeah.
It's my life motto.
Yeah. If you are fun to work with on the day, you deliver a great product. You deliver and you that's what it is. You're an expert in your field.
Yep.
You're fun to work with.
Hell yeah.
You've had great communication leading up to. Yeah, I'm going to refer you.
Yeah. I love
And
that.
you've made my day easier. I do not micromanage. I do not want to micromanage.
Yeah.
I've hired experts. You know how to do your job.
Yeah.
That's why you've been hired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you need me, ask me. If I need to move something around, I'll collaborate with you.
Yeah.
If you need to move something around, collaborate with me. Don't go rogue.
Yeah.
Go rogue.
Rogue.
Don't go rogue.
Yeah.
Don't switch things.
Don't make it about you.
stress out my couple.
Yeah.
And the reason, so when I say don't stress out my couple, leading up to a wedding, this is another thing that I think that we can talk about with photographers, not you guys.
You guys. You
Everybody
out
else.
there.
No, I'm kidding.
Everyone else. But you guys
Totally
are
kidding.
perfect beings. Yeah.
Totally kidding. Leading up to a wedding, I am the person, I say I, but planners are the person that has spent the most time with the couple.
Right.
We
Fair.
have spent.
You know their energy.
We know their energy. We know their vision. We know what they want on the day of. We know the family dynamic. We know every single thing.
It's actually so interesting
Yes.
because there's so much we don't find out until the day of.
Yes.
like, oh, you and your mom haven't been speaking
Yeah.
for weeks. That's a new one for me.
Yeah,
but you would know
let's-
that because she would be crying to you on the phone of like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if she's going to be there for these photos,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Like
Yeah.
you would hear all the backstory.
Yeah.
Dad's
So-
got a hook for a hand. I could have used that with information. He's a
But that's
pirate.
the question.
We
Yeah.
got a story there? Like,
Yeah, I just want to be
Very
Buster? Like-
specific.
I just thought something outlandish. It's Halloween. It's Halloween. Ooh.
It is Halloween. Welcome.
Yeah, it's spooky time.
Oh, okay.
So we've spent the most amount of time with the couple. Now, let's flip the script. On the day of, you guys are the ones that spend the most amount of time
Yes.
with the couple.
Yeah,
So
very
is it
valid.
my job to tell you what you need to know? Absolutely it is. But please, please, please don't stress out my couple.
Yeah.
If it's starting to rain, talk to me. We'll figure that out.
Because
And-
you might have already
yeah.
had a rain plan in your back pocket
Yeah.
that we're
Totally.
unaware of,
Yeah.
right?
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
and also, I would just rather come to you and have a little meltdown, and we can have a little meltdown
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And try
not
to
in front of the
put
couple.
put a couple of heads
Yeah.
together in the
Yeah.
hallway. Yeah.
We've had photographers come in like guns blazing. It's gonna rain. We're moving this, this, and this. And it's like, whoa, whoa. We've already talked to the venue.
Yeah.
We've already talked to the bride.
Yeah.
We've already figured this out. We were just waiting for you to show up so we could give you that information.
Yeah.
But now you've just stressed my bride out and changed everything.
Yeah, true. So true.
So cool.
Yeah. Well, and I think
Yeah.
a lot of that does
Yeah.
come to like sometimes an inexperience or like a lack of confidence, maybe in an experience at a venue,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
you had a photographer a while ago say like, well, where should we shoot? And you're like, that's kind of on you, I would say. That's not really, that's an issue, not an ish me, but it was like
Yeah.
raining, right? And you
Yeah.
said that the photographer was like, well, where do I go? Like,
I was like,
Inside.
I don't know when
Yeah.
it's not raining.
what should I do? But that comes down to like, I don't know. First of all, sometimes we as photographers have to take a step back and say, I don't make the weather. This
Yeah.
is none of my
Oh, yeah.
business. Like
Yep.
I will do my best.
Yep.
We will bring clear umbrellas.
Yes.
We will use overhangs.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then at the end of the day, we'll look around and say, it do be raining today, sweetie.
What
So
do-
Yeah.
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 you're going to have rain in your
Yeah.
photos or we're going to have interior photos and the couple will understand
Yeah.
that might be less than what they were expecting.
Yeah.
But they did not, none of us planned for this.
No one
right?
wanted it.
Yep.
And instead of us having like infighting,
Yep.
like, Michelle, what do I do here? It's raining.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, true,
Yeah.
factual, right?
Yeah.
And there's an opportunity
Yeah.
there for us to make that okay, well,
Yeah.
rain's good luck, whatever.
Yeah.
We're gonna make beautiful photos. Like The
Yeah.
Notebook was a really cool movie because of the rain photo. rain
sure.
scene, you know, like,
Yeah.
like okay, but then you think through the logistics.
Yeah.
Her hair and makeup's gonna get messy.
Yeah.
Can we maybe make sure that we have a touch-up kit on hand? Like,
Yeah.
think through the next 5
Yes.
steps together, right?
Yes.
Not just, well, this is a problem, but what's the way we can solve it 5 steps away?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's a thing that we can rely on you for, right?
Yeah.
Because the
Yes.
scary thing for me is like, okay, well, that's going to be a problem. Michelle,
Yeah.
can you make sure that she has
Yeah.
a jacket or she has a this
Yeah.
or, you know,
Yeah.
the things?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, don't ask me where you can do photos. I will give you a list of where we've done photos at that venue in the past.
Bingo.
Which goes back to why it's really important to hire people that have worked at the venues that
Yeah.
you are getting married. You're going to spend $100,000 on your wedding and have a photographer, a videographer there that has never shot at your venue.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what did
Or
you
at
do
the
the
very-
last time you were here when it was raining?
At the very
Yeah.
least, I
I
hope
don't
that
know.
they're
Haven't been here
truly
before.
very experienced, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
I'm down with going into any
Yeah.
new venue.
For sure.
In some ways, I prefer.
Yeah.
Not prefer,
Well,
but
you have a fresh eye.
I enjoy them just as much as I enjoy
Yeah.
the ones that I work
Yeah.
at every
Yeah.
weekend. But part of the reason is because I'm really confident in knowing
Mm-hmm.
what light looks like without having to take a test photo. I don't
Yeah.
need to put a person there to know that's a bad spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like if it's something I'm totally unfamiliar with, I'll look at their Instagram and their website and see,
Yeah.
like, hey, can you tell me where this gate is? I want to
Yeah.
shoot here or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
right?
that's great.
It's up to us to do a little bit of pre-planning if you
Yeah.
are insecure about it.
Yeah.
And if you're a very confident photographer in your skill set, then that should never be an issue.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
literally never be relying on somebody else to be like, hey,
Yeah.
where do I take
What do I
photos
do
if it
now?
rains?
Yeah.
I have told I should never be behind the camera, so I am not the person to ask.
I don't know if that's true.
I disagree, Michelle.
Oh, you've never seen my photos.
That's also true.
Yes,
Very
you-
true.
Actually, you probably have.
I probably have.
Yeah, you've deleted them.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that that's true.
Getting big picture here, Michelle.
Yes.
You've been in the industry for a while.
Yes.
What is the biggest thing you've seen change for the last
Oh.
10 years?
Honestly, one of the biggest things, there's a couple of things, but
Okay.
one of the biggest things, and I have to say this because it just hits close to home, it hits close to our business. but is the refocus/focus on the ceremony.
Okay.
And I like this. I like this so much. We don't hear as much. Okay, I just like 10 minutes, get it over with. Let's get to the party. And
that was a huge thing in the pre-2020.
Yes.
It was.
Guys, we just spent $100,000 on your wedding.
It wasn't for a big party.
It was for this.
No, yeah.
It was for people to watch you vow to spend the rest of your lives together.
To celebrate this part.
Yeah.
The celebration is because we did this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you just want to kind of like, let's get through that so we can get to the fun part.
And I understand that couples maybe want to have less of a focus on that.
Yeah.
Well, then don't have a wedding.
Yeah.
But also, this is the whole crux of the day. This is why we're doing this. And if you hire a planning team, a photography team, and an officiant who knows what they're doing and is really good at their job, the pressure will not be on you. The pressure will be on the experience, and it won't be just you standing up there shaking a piece of paper.
Okay, but here's my
Yeah.
other reason why I think so many couples hated the ceremony. It's
Oh, it
because
was
they went
boring.
to so many boring
Yes.
traditional ceremonies,
Yes.
right? They are used to sitting in an uncomfy church pew. They're like this.
Church wedding.
They're like this couple's not even religious. Why am I here? They're listening to the priest say to this very progressive couple, "You're gonna honor your
The man comes first.
The wife is gonna honor her husband," and
outta
I'm
here.
like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
Like this isn't them. It wasn't representative of them.
Yep.
And
It's what
the
grandma
shift-
wanted because grandma's still here.
Yes,
You know?
and thankfully the shift, and I think Jeff is a huge reason for it, at least in our area, the shift to personalized ceremonies and fun and enjoyable ceremonies has really made it so like the ceremony sets the stage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you have a boring ceremony, your cocktail hour energy is going to be weird. You're going to need to pull more things in. Now, get the fire breathing sax player out because we're going to need to bring some life into this thing.
Sax player. So there's a guy in our area who plays. Let me. Sorry, this sounds like insane, like an AI generated thing.
It's
but
real.
there's a
It's
guy in our
real.
area who plays the
We've got
saxophone
pictures.
with a like a fire element on the.
He
the
hits a
horn.
button and-
Hits a button and fire shoots out while he's playing.
While
so it's
he's
not.
playing.
We didn't make this
He's
up.
like, da, da, da. He actually played Mr. Saxo beat. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Flames.
Yeah.
Flames shooting out on a packed dance floor, let me
Yeah.
tell you. Scary.
Probably
so
cool.
fun.
broke a few fire codes.
I
but-
Terrifying.
loved it. I absolutely lived for it. But that's the kind of thing you have to do when the ceremony is not representative of the couple and their relationship and their journey together and all their experiences. So no doubt so many of us were like, I don't want that.
They're relying
That
on the
is
bar
not
to
for
do the
me.
heavy lifting for the emotional experience of the day.
Yeah.
It's not.
I
what it should be.
remember and our officiant was our friend Marty. This was before Jeff was
Marty's great.
Jeff was in I think maybe early days of
early
officiating
days.
at that
Marty's.
stage.
Marty's a legend.
But Marty, I love him.
He's still loved.
And Marty still works with you guys, right?
Yeah.
But Marty was like sort of the guy in our area.
Yeah.
And he still is great.
Still is.
But his wedding ceremonies were fairly, like, still are a little bit more traditional, like, still fun and personalized. And he asked us lots of questions about ourselves. Like, we knew each other for years. So, not a lot that we had to ask. But I remember saying to him, we really want our ceremony to be personalized so that we don't feel like we're at work when we're standing up there. Because I knew the script to a T. And it really felt like he personalized it so much. We were in Mexico. He brought in like a Mayan tradition, like that he was like when he did the ceremony, he was talking about like Mayan traditions. Like truthfully, I blacked out. I don't remember it. I remember
Most people
standing.
do. Most
I remember
people do.
standing up there cheesing and looking back at people.
Yeah.
My brother played music. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it was. I just remember being happy, unbelievably happy.
Yeah.
But when we walked out, like the music was fun, the energy was fun, the vibes were high, and then the whole day the vibes are high.
Yeah. You're setting the tone,
Yeah.
right? It's not something you have to get through to get to the fun part.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just on that note of your wedding, he did the script, but he did it like everyone knows what I'm about to say, and the drinks will be good. I don't know why I looked at the guys when I said that. Like he did it, and he did it in a way that was just like very tongue in cheek.
Yes.
That he was like, I know you guys know this is coming. I'm gonna do it anyway because
But I
it
loved
works.
that.
Yeah,
I
it
loved
was
that.
very cute.
To be fair to him, I surprised him with the thing that nobody should ever do. As we're about to walk in, he comes back to see me at the back of the room.
Yeah.
Everybody's standing up at the front.
Yeah.
It had rained, so I think I was like a little bit chaotic.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, and you've got your vows? And I was like, no. I don't have vows. I didn't print them off. I said, I thought you would have them. And he was like, well, I do. I guess you'll just hold the iPad. And I was like, okay. Like, you're right, Marty. After 10 years in this industry, you would think I would have printed them out in a little vow book, but nope, I didn't do that. I was thinking about every other detail. Anyways, it's not about that. I do think that reshifting, that refocusing back, COVID, I think, brought a lot of that back because
that's all you could.
That's all we did do with ceremonies, and it brought the meaning back into it, and it really helped people reshift what we think of as weddings. Sure, we are doing these huge, big, mega weddings still, but not everybody feels the need that they have to do that because they haven't all been to weddings for the last 5 years that are all the exact same cookie cutter. People are doing different stuff.
Sure. And that refocus on family and like being together, because during COVID, as we all know, we were all kind of in a lockdown situation where like you couldn't be with people outside of your bubble, outside of your home. So to be able to have like these 10-person ceremonies in your backyard during 2020, during COVID, where it's like, oh, we can do this again.
It was so meaningful.
Like, so meaningful, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. What are your favorite trends?
Oh boy.
What do you hate?
Oh.
Tell us.
Oh, this is a hard one.
Like, there's some that are timeless. There's still like, cake cutting has been a thing, I think, for the last maybe 120 years.
I still like
years.
a good cake cutting.
Like a cake cut.
I've noticed that the cake cutting is one of two things. It's a sweetheart cake or it's an art piece.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't see as many cakes in the middle anymore.
Right.
Like a cake for if you're going to have a cake for a cake cutting, you're getting a sweetheart cake.
Right.
Or you're going to have like, this is like going in front.
Tier,
yes. This is an art
a castle
piece.
of a wedding cake.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool. I like that too.
I like the cheese ones. People do cheese wheels sometimes. That's fun.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot
I like
of those.
the different, we had one, there was a pizza. You remember the pizza cutting?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead we're like, we don't eat cake. We're going to do a pizza. You don't remember
Pizza
that.
I do
is
know how
basically
it's coming to
cake.
me. I couldn't tell you who it was, but I do remember there being a pizza cutting.
Yeah.
I do recall a pizza cutting.
Yeah, they cut, and I've had people do pies.
Yeah,
I've
seen pies.
It's hard to say what are some of my favorite trends. There are some where it's not that I don't like the trend.
Okay.
It's just that I'm over it. And then I'm like, you're going to look at those photos in 5
that was
years, 10
2021.
years from now and be like, cool. Like, why did I do that? Like, I don't really want to go into the trends that I hate just because they're fun.
Because to each their own, and you're all valid.
Like, I just talked to you about that last night, telling you I
said
wanted
it was
at my
cool.
wedding.
No, it's totally fair. Now you're going to say that's not what you want to do? No, I get that. I also
understand.
don't like to say anything negative about things because I'm like, for you, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
For me,
For sure.
it was not S tier.
Yeah.
Okay, I would love, if we may, again, just to be so self-centered.
Please.
Let's talk about like the booking process.
Yeah.
And I know that you've already touched on this of like what makes you recommend people.
Yeah.
But when a couple is coming to you and saying, we don't really know much about photography, we don't really know what we're looking for. When they are, and I'm sure you don't ever just say like, here's one photographer or one videographer, maybe you do, but if you say like, here's 5.
Yep.
What are the things that couples are telling you, when they're weighing things out? What's important? Are they saying like, well, this person has 100,000 followers on Instagram, so they must be great. Do they care?
No.
Okay, they don't?
No.
Okay,
I'm
interesting.
sure some do. Okay. I'm sure some do.
Sure.
But I don't think that's the make it or break it.
Okay.
So would you say like, we have our assumptions, but what would you say are some of the factors that make people sway in someone's direction?
How important is the grid?
Ooh, the grid is important.
Okay.
I don't think it is the most important. Now, to someone who doesn't really know, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think the most important thing is being true to yourself on your website, on your Instagram, being that person that when you get on that consult call with them, that's exactly who you are. They're like, oh my gosh. It's
consistent.
It's consistent.
That's the person.
Yeah, it's and it's the person that shows up on the day of.
Yeah.
Same person.
That's actually very
energy.
interesting you say that. Our friend Josh Huggett, sorry Josh, I don't know if you, did you hear?
Oh yeah, I listened to us. Yeah.
Joshua, listen
Come to Canada,
this.
Josh. Come
Good
back.
thing it was at the end of the podcast.
Come on down, Josh. So for those of you who may have missed it,
Love you,
our
Josh.
dear friend Josh, we asked him for his strong opinion, loosely held. And his strong opinion was, if you hire the right people, you don't need a planner. And we went,
He just hasn't worked with the right planner.
okay, valid.
Yeah.
And
Valid.
also I would say potentially he hasn't shot the kind of weddings that require
Yeah.
a
maybe.
planner,
Could be.
or he hasn't seen the legwork that family members end up doing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think is like, okay, well, I might be happy to pin a boutonniere on, but I'm not going and lighting candles all the time and setting up tables and doing all that legwork that has to happen ahead of time. We're not here to talk about his incorrect opinion, but
culturally it could be also just Australia, you know. Maybe the venues take over more responsibilities than we're used to, but I doubt it. I doubt it. We're still a colony of the British Crown.
Just so like they're more laid back than the typical.
Absolutely, it seems like it.
So that's what I think it seems like. But what I was going to say about Josh is that he. One of the things that I kept asking him was like, how do you get away with this shit? Because he's such a wild person. Like he wears shorts to weddings. He's wearing
that's great.
He's wearing hoodies and sneakers and stuff. And what he said was, I show up as the same version of myself from the top of the funnel to the bottom. Like
consistent.
Why would I show up in a suit, jacket, and tie and be this crazy person on socials and on my website? Like he's very authentic and very true to himself. And so I think, that's actually so valid. Is that the person that you're trying to attract through your social media and through your marketing and through that whole vision, that you should be bringing that same energy to your calls with your clients and that same level,
emails, all of it.
and to the experience when you show up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. Okay.
Like Jeff does a great job at that too. Like he gets so many calls where they're like, "Oh, you're the exact same person."
Yes, his energy's still high and fun. He's sending gifts along. GIFs. What? Gifts.
GIFs.
I'm never gonna get it right.
Say it, it's GIFs. I say GIFs. Apparently, the creator
I think it's GIF.
He calls it GIF, but
he knows it's wrong.
You don't spell it's graphic something, but
so
graphic isn't spelled with a J.
It's
so why are we calling
it?
Yeah.
It's spelled with a G. Okay, so he sends gifts along in his emails, which really like helps
It's
showcase
GIF,
his little personality.
Kelly, it's GIF.
Sorry. Oh, if Kelly thinks it's GIF,
She thinks it's GIF. She's
but
I always say both just because I was like, I don't know.
a GIF GIF.
Yeah, I'm like GIF, you know.
I do that little song and dance every time I say it.
It's not graphics. It's graphics.
Yeah. So he is the same person. Now, Tim tells me often that I am not on camera as much as I should be on Instagram.
True. We agree with
and
that.
applauds me whenever I actually do a video. Yay!
Nice.
But I do
likes
like
it
to
too.
say that the person that you meet on a consult call, the person that I am through all the planning meetings, the person that I am is the same person.
But what I would also say is that your personality may not be showcased in talking to the camera stories, which is something that we tell people to do all the time.
Yeah.
You're very busy. You're a mom, a wife. You're running a multi-person planning team. I understand that being on your stories is maybe just not a priority that you need, but in the text written portion of your, your captions, it's still your personality coming through.
Yeah.
The other difference is that your personality has to be sort of the umbrella of the company Maeck Weddings, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're giving off a brand of professionalism, of comfort, of like kindness. Like it gives off all of those things. That's not just you. That is also the same energy your planners bring to the table.
For sure.
It would be weird if all of a sudden you started going like crazy with your socials and you started having these really outrageous personality traits coming out. And then on the day of, you're just this like nice, calm, lovely person.
Yeah, if you match Jeff's energy on the internet, it'd be a problem, I think.
If you started chugging Red Bulls and like drop kicking them off screen, people would be like,
They don't?
They don't want the chaotic person.
I don't know that I want the chaos monster showing up.
No.
They want that guy in like a very short period during the ceremony
30 minutes.
in a positive
He's not a
way.
chaos
No, he's not a
monster.
chaos. He just comes across sometimes as a chaos person, but that's just because he's
But
overcaffeinated.
he wants to come off high energy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
He's not chaotic.
No,
he's
it's not chaotic.
He's very
It's controlled
measured.
chaos.
Yeah.
But I think that people are attracted to that level of high energy.
Yeah.
I think for a planner,
Charisma.
that's perhaps not what I would want as a person planning a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
You don't want to be that person because, as I've been told by a lot of people, chaos breeds chaos.
Chaos breeds chaos.
So
Right?
true.
And if you're chaos, everyone feeds off that energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they became chaos.
Erratic.
They become chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't really care about the numbers of followers,
No,
blah
yeah.
blah blah, but like a grid that's aesthetically pleasing and probably fairly consistent, I would say
Yes,
is nice,
I
right?
think that's
Because
important because that is ultimately what they're going to be paying for,
Yeah.
right? They want, so kind of flipping back to, you guys are the ones that spend the most of the time on the day of with the couple. No, you guys are, not you. You need to make sure that your personalities mesh.
Yeah,
And
totally.
that's important, right? I've had couples hire a photo video team and they're lovely on the calls, they're lovely with everything, and they show up on the day of and they're completely chaos. And they're
Nuts.
like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
Who is
Like,
this?
Yeah.
okay, let's hope my photos are great, which they, yeah, they
Mostly
are.
I'm sure.
But it's just like, okay, the experience wasn't good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right? It didn't match what they thought they were paying for.
Yeah.
Do you tell your clients to look at reviews? Do you
Oh,
tell
yeah.
them
Okay.
like websites?
Yes.
Like what is like the criteria when you say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave this in your capable
Yeah.
hands. Go do some of your own research
Yeah.
and come back to me. Like, are you coaching them on like,
What to look out for.
because
Yeah.
it's interesting because
Yes.
there's things that I want to coach people on. I'm
Yeah.
like, you should go look at people's
Yeah.
reviews. You
Yeah.
should go, do they have a real website?
Yeah.
If they don't have a Google listing, that's the most giant red flag
Yeah.
of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like, because there's a reason they've removed
Yeah.
it.
Their full chest is not out there.
No, and
Yeah.
so there's things that I want to tell people, but I don't get to talk to
Yeah.
them before the inquiry.
Yeah.
And you're also on
usually.
the other end of that. Like you're the,
Yes,
it'd
I'm
be
telling you, here's what you should look for in a
Yeah.
photographer, but I'm like,
all the things I'm good at.
but also
Yeah.
those are my skill set. Yeah.
No, I'm always giving, if I'm saying, okay, like, let's look at these 3 people that
Yeah.
fit your criteria.
Sick.
I'm giving the website.
Nice.
I'm telling them to look at Google reviews.
Yep.
I'm telling them to look at the Instagram because that is the most recent work. We don't
Right.
update our websites as much as
We don't do
do
blogs as much
Instagram.
either. Well,
No,
we
yeah.
should. We don't.
Yeah. So you got to look at all those things
Okay.
and then come back to me and let's talk.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you see?
What are the
Yeah,
things
maybe
that,
they have
when
it-
they come back, are
yeah.
there things that stand out to them?
Yeah.
Of like, okay, here's why we narrowed down on this
Yeah.
person. Like,
Yeah.
what would they say usually?
This couple is, or this this photographer or this videographer has great 5-star reviews, but they've been in the business for 10 years. Why is there only like 20?
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
Why
Which is
are
scary
they,
for the photographers that just don't prioritize
Yeah.
asking for reviews
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a thing you don't just get them.
No.
You actually like it's still, even though I would love it
Yeah.
if people were just so enthused that they would just send it. Some
Yeah.
of my most ecstatic clients have literally never left
Yeah.
me a review.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very
Yeah.
interesting to
Yeah.
note that they do pay attention to that because it is scary for someone to think
Yeah.
that those things that we didn't know were
But
mattering
Google
really do
reviews,
matter.
much like anything nowadays with AI, can be fudged.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yes, so-
why are all your Google reviews in this 1 month period? So now you have 100 reviews, but 75 of them came within the last month. So
Yikes.
you went out and begged for Google reviews.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they
Like-
interestingly enough give off the same energy. A lot of
Yeah.
them, like
Yeah.
that's also so interesting.
So if you're a photographer out there, videographer, wedding vendor of any kind, I think the lesson here is to when you send out communication where it's final, typically because you've worked with them already.
Yeah.
Send out like a, hey, if you have 2 minutes,
Yeah.
here's a link to my Google review. Please give me your honest feedback. 5 stars, please.
Helps me do my job.
Yeah,
Of course, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Social proof.
Make sure it's not all like, and I was at a wedding. Well, it was my own wedding.
Yeah.
It was like, who are these Google reviews coming
Yeah.
from? Are they clients? Are they all bridesmaids?
Yeah.
Are they all like
Yeah.
family members?
right.
Are they,
interesting,
like,
interesting.
yeah, are they all other vendors?
right?
It's good to have vendor reviews.
Yeah.
Well, because
But not all of
because
them.
vendors see a lot of things,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if all of your reviews are only vendors, perhaps that means that your output and your final product isn't that great. But like day of, you're phenomenal, but your
Yeah.
clients didn't have anything
Yep.
nice to say about the delivery.
Yikes.
Yep. Yep.
How much of your time is spent helping them justify the expense of working with a photographer or videographer?
Oh, interesting.
Does that come up? I feel like that comes up a lot. Price is obviously a factor for a lot
Yes.
of people getting married. There's a lot of things happening. It's the most expensive day for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and that is justifiably
Yep.
so. That makes sense. It's
Yep.
a massive industry,
Yep.
and it's kind of like a one and done. You only
Yep.
get one chance at this. So, how much of your time do you think is dedicated to like, well, they cost this much because they're this good, and like you
Yep.
have to help them
Yep.
sell?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes, not all the time. I would say yes, that and floral are 2 of the biggest ones because I think floral has a sticker shock to it.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
But the photography, videography is typically an easy sell
Okay.
in that it's like at the end of all of this,
That's what
get-
you
that's what you
nothing.
have.
yeah.
That's
have
what
is
you
this.
have,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
true.
And that's what you pass down generation to generation. That's what your grandkids, like, have each of you seen a photo of your grandparents on their wedding day? Probably.
So true. Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Those
Every
are
time
the-
I take
yeah.
a photo of a couple in a car, in the backseat of a car
Yeah.
on their wedding day, I always think of my grandma and grandpa.
yeah.
I never met them. They passed before I was
Yep.
born. But
Yeah.
like
Yep.
that's like the iconic wedding photo
Yeah.
from their wedding is
Yeah.
like them
Yeah.
in the
From the church to the, you know, like that's the picture.
That's why I know it sounds cheesy, but we literally say it's an heirloom.
Yeah.
Because it is. It was passed down from generation to generation, and it's a thing that I recognize, and I never met these people. You know, like it informs.
I have one.
It's
my
an
grandparents.
investment.
It's a head to toe. They're like, and it wasn't until later I realized that it's a really shitty set. It was like kind of like a Sears set. But I'm like,
I've seen
oh,
those,
weird. Like seeing a close up, like because it was printed, like it was massive.
Yeah.
It was in their house forever. And like it's a head to toe, and she's like
they spent money.
17, he's like 18, like children.
Crazy.
Yes.
But like
that's
just
how it
seeing
was.
that is like it's in my brain forever. So I always think about that image when I'm taking that head to toe photo of a couple. Like, hey, this is not only for the fridge because we used to say it all the time, we still do. But this is like the one that like this is ancestry.com basically. This is what this is for.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for people who are wedding photographers, videographers, vendors of any kind? What are some of the words that they should be using in their marketing to help sell in the way that you help sell on these vendors?
Well, you just really put me on the spot.
I'm
with that
trying,
one.
Michelle. This is a podcast.
What are the words
to give you an idea of the things that I think are insane? Okay. I think the word authentic might be one of the most overused things that a photographer can do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it. You want to be like the most real person. It should be shown in the imagery. You don't have to use the word, right?
Yeah. Does help with search engine optimization. I'm just saying. Authentic photography, right?
I don't know.
Do people
that.
actually
No one's
search
searching for that. No one's searching for that. They're searching for
What are they looking
best.
for?
They're
Okay,
searching
best?
for timeless. They're searching for maybe cinematic.
Oh,
Like what are the
Good
words that are
notes.
TikTok-y,
Okay.
right? What are the
Okay.
TikTok-y type things,
Yeah.
right? Like I would say, you know,
Candid.
top reviewed,
Yeah.
whatever,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some things that somebody, but also they're just searching for like
Kitchener Waterloo photographer.
Langdon
Yeah.
Hall photographer,
Yeah.
True.
Elora Mill wedding photographer.
Yep.
They're searching for venues more than they are. So authentic to me, I just feel like is so silly. But are there maybe not specific words, but like are there descriptors that you see people being like, oh, I get a feel for them?
One of the things, and I know Lindsay will agree with me on this one, is
I won't?
you may or may not. Soft and airy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Light and airy, yeah.
Light and airy. They have a soft and airy kind
Yeah.
of feel to their photography.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
What's next?
I'm like, let's look. That's a filter.
Yeah, it's so weird, right? Because you're like, okay,
Is that what it actually looked like?
You've just
Like,
overexposed the image,
Yeah.
right? So what you mean is overexposed photography.
Okay.
Poorly edited photos.com. No, I do agree with that. And my reason for that is I just think there's no world in which you should be shooting every single wedding and every single part of a day as light and airy or dark and moody.
Yeah.
No, because that's
Right?
not what every single part of the day isn't light and airy.
No, and also you as a planner are planning like 50 different types of weddings
Yeah.
throughout a calendar year. And if you have a photographer that is very singular of I do light and airy, that's cuckoo.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, what? I guess I can't refer them for the candlelit ceremony
No, I want
part.
an
They'll have to-
authentic photographer. No.
No, you're right. I want someone that does photo. It's actually funny.
Two eyes.
The stuff that we talk about that I bet our clients have photojournalism.
Okay.
Most clients
Yeah.
would have no clue what that even
Yeah.
means, right? Like,
They haven't read a magazine
Yeah.
yet.
yeah, I
Or
think when
print's
it comes
dead, so.
to personally, when it comes to the words, it should be about you and the experience you try to provide
Okay.
instead of the style of photography that you do. Really,
I do feel like
because
style is the thing
file-
people lean on, right? They're like, well, what do we ask? What's your style? I
Yes.
don't know, right?
And
And I'm like,
That's
take a look.
Yeah.
You saw it.
You
What do
self-describe.
feel?
What do you think it is?
You guys might be able to answer that question more so from the consult calls. What are those questions that people are pulling from the knot or people are pulling from that they're like, well, I have to ask something. So
Yeah.
what should I ask them?
They always ask
What's
this.
your style?
They always ask, what's your style?
How many
That's-
photos do I get?
Okay.
Yeah, how many
Common.
photos do I get?
Will you edit?
When will you deliver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, are they all edited?
Yeah.
It's very funny because I'm like, I don't think those are the things that matter to you.
Yeah.
No.
Hey?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
Those are
it's
just
what
what
they've
you
been
read.
told to
Yeah.
ask. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
get that
don't-
as a planner too.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
need to-
and I'm like, you should just, if we're here, you already know what the style is
Yeah.
because
You've seen the
picked-
work.
You picked me to speak to based on that.
Yeah.
So I always shift it, and this is going to give away my greatest secret weapon in calls. But whenever
Screenshot
somebody
this,
says,
folks.
whenever somebody says to me, "What's your style?" One thing I learned at a very young age in my business is you have to answer a question, but you just have to respond to it, but you don't have to answer it in the way that they've asked it. So you
Very
have
political.
You have to respond.
Yeah.
But instead of me saying, well, I really like green tones to look green and I like backlit, but not always backlit. And then sometimes it's just going to sound messy and insane. And so the best thing I can say is if you want to take an idea of what my style is, look through my Instagram and my website. We're already on this call, so presumably you like what you've seen.
Yeah.
But what I think is more important is my working style. And then I go into that and I talk about my experience of working with me on a day. I was like, so my style is very candid and I take a candid approach, but with a fair amount of directing so that you're never left hanging wondering, what do I do with my hands? Or do I look nice? I'll fix your hair. I will not leave you hanging with some insane thing going on with your makeup. Like so I just shift the question out of whatever the not said. Yeah. Because to be honest, that's like a questionnaire you've filled out mentally before getting on this call. Yeah. What's the style? If you liked the editing style and the shooting style, that's why we're here. Yeah. What you don't know is what it's like to work with me.
The approach to get these images. I
haven't told you that. Yeah. So for the photographers listening that get the what's your style question, just shift the answer.
Don't put yourself in a box.
Yeah, shift it to a response, not an answer in that exact way.
Yeah, so, that's brilliant.
Okay, we are taking so much of your time.
Yeah,
I know we really do need to get going here.
4 hours.
Oh my God, we've been here for 17 days. 17 days.
Jeff's probably wondering where I am.
Nah, just fine.
So for the photographers that are listening, what is one piece of advice that you could give them to be a better collaborator or to become more booked? Like to become more a person you'd more easily refer, or the couples would really love to hire?
Great question, Lindsay.
Play nice in the sandbox. Okay. Yes, play nice in the sandbox. Know that there is a big picture on the day of. Yeah. We are all working towards the same common goal. Don't go rogue. Yep. Just kind of work with each other. Yeah. 5, 7, 10 vendors don't all have to like each other. No. But they have to be able to work together. Yeah. And I think that is the biggest thing to get referred by planners. Be helpful. You know what? Yes, you guys don't get a lot of downtime. You don't. But if we are just waiting for the, the bride and groom entrance, there's some chairs that need to be moved, grab a couple chairs. Just be helpful because that's going to go a long way. Yeah. Venue's going to see that. Planner's going to see that. Couple's going to see that. Yeah. Like everyone's going to see that tiny little 5 minutes of just being helpful.
Hold a door.
Yeah, I know it's not your job. Yeah. It's absolutely not your job.
I
it was far from it.
The one time that I would say you and I became much closer in our working relationship was the wedding that the florist left. Remember that?
Oh,
that was the three of us.
So, was that there too? Oh.
You were there too.
Yeah. So
we had the shears and the greenery.
Yes,
I helped with the greenery.
Yeah. So but we all became so much closer in that time because we had this wedding where the ceremony happened and the florist was supposed to stay and do reception setup.
They got paid to stay
to flip it because it was a colder, rainy kind of fall day. Mm-hmm. We were doing the ceremony in the same room that the reception was going to happen.
You have to flip that bitch.
And so it had to flip. And in order for us to do photo and video or photo of the reception space, the reception space had to be done. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The couple was doing a receiving line in the hall, and everybody's out there getting hot and stinky. and I came in, and I actually do remember feeling anxious that it wasn't done, and looking around, being like, "We need to get this going." Yeah. And we had a couple of options there. I could have come over and been like, Michelle, this needs to be done. Yeah. Why isn't this done yet? I need to take photos, and why isn't it done?
Get on it.
Instead, we literally picked up greenery.
Dropped cameras, picked up greenery.
And shears, and we started doing the tables together because I was like, okay, we've gotten enough candidates at cocktail hour. Yeah. Our next priority is getting this room finished and photographed. Yeah. And the easiest way for us to do that, we're all florists now. Yeah. We're all florists. Yeah.
/ none of us are florists.
/ don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
/ and I don't think the couple ever knew. Did they? Did you tell them you're florist?
No, because I don't typically do that. Because you know what? You come in, you don't need to know. No. If you find out, sure, I'll say, we did that.
It was the greenery on the table looked a little weird.
I did that in 5 minutes.
Because we literally were cutting stuff from buckets and tossing it on your table and lighting all of the candles on 25 round tables and setting up a thing that's none of our business.
There was a huge pipe and drape covering the bar from the ceremony because we didn't want the bar showing in the shots. Yeah. You were taking poles down.
Yeah, it was.
And Lindsay and I are cutting greenery and putting it all around the tables.
Theater kids,
and you're like, where do I put this? I'm like, I don't know.
Great word.
Yeah.
Great word.
That was 8 years ago.
They're still
Good
my
God.
clients. I do their
Yeah?
family photos every year.
Nice.
Yeah, their
Well,
kids.
then,
yeah,
yeah.
their kids are.
But you can
yeah.
tell them that we did that.
I'll let them know. I'll be like, listen to this. Do
Yeah.
you know that your
Just
florist
out of
is
this
terrible?
podcast.
Their florist, thankfully, doesn't do a lot of weddings anymore.
No. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Before we get to our final segment, Michelle, where can people find you should you wish to be found?
Oh, Instagram's the best one.
Okay.
Instagram and our website. So
Okay.
at Maeck Weddings. Each of our planners, or more of our full-time planners, have their own Instagram.
Right.
But everything is always filtered onto the main Instagram. So that's the best one to get the most up to date.
For people driving and being on their phones, can you spell that out for them so they can
yes,
search it right now?
Because it's not Mack like a normal Mack, but Maeck Weddings.
I love when Siri speaks to me.
Yeah.
Make weddings.
Make.
I'm
Yeah.
like, Siri, don't do
Calling
that.
Michelle Maeck. No, you're
I
not.
get the same thing, calling Jeff Maeck. I'm like, not his name, but
Can't you
whatever.
learn? Don't you know anything?
Well, he's smart. He puts Mack in the
Yeah, but
front
that's
so
not
that
your
they
name.
read it.
Say it.
They
Right.
should-
Or
that should be an
yeah.
update. They should go on
Anyways,
that. Apple.
website, yes. Website, Instagram.
Okay.
That's the best way.
We love
Yeah.
that.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here we are with it. Very interestingly enough, the thing that got Josh Huggett put on my list: strong opinions, loosely held. Michelle, do you have a strong opinion that you feel potentially strongly enough that you don't want to hold loosely, but for the purpose of this segment, it's strong opinions, loosely held? What is your strong opinion?
You're putting me in a very dangerous position because you
love
know
it.
me outside of weddings.
right.
I have many strong opinions, but strong opinions loosely held, but
Okay.
still strong opinions.
Okay, can't wait.
First look is always a good idea. There's my... Now,
Nice.
there are times... There are
look is always
times
a good
it
idea.
just doesn't work.
Sure.
If you have an earlier ceremony, I get it.
Yeah.
It might not work.
It's not at
But
10 a.m.
if we can do it,
Let's
You
do
should.
it.
please do it.
Please do it.
Yeah, that's my strong opinion.
It's so interesting. We should just keep segueing all these strong opinions into the next guest that we have on that has the opposite because Sam Hurd, our friend, is a
Okay.
photographer that says he thinks that first looks were invented by wedding planners to ruin our day.
Big wedding plan.
Which I
I'm
think is
curious.
so opposite because I love a first look
Yeah.
and I'm a huge proponent of them, but
Same.
they are usually at the worst time
Yes.
of day for lighting,
True.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, like, find nice lighting that
Yeah.
are, I don't know, make your own lighting.
Shoot through a prism.
Yeah.
Shoot through the prism. But maybe this is our segue
Yeah.
to now. What do you think? We just keep passing the mic.
You can
First
phone a friend
looks.
from
during
one
that,
dirty
yeah.
opinion to another. This person has done your opinion dirty.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah, that's my strong opinion, loosely held.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love that. That's actually a really nice one. And I don't think you've hurt anybody's feelings, which is
Yeah.
nice. Right, Tim?
I'm not hurt by anything.
I'm not hurt
a
by
duck.
anything.
Falls off my back.
That's
Michelle
incredible. I was like,
Mack of Mack Weddings. Thank you so much for joining us.
Michelle,
here on the
you're
podcast.
stellar.
Thank
You're
you.
a wonderful
Yeah.
podcast guest. Thank you
Yeah.
for being
Thank you.
here.
If you aren't tuning in just through audio, you should tune into the video episode on YouTube because
'Cause she's
Michelle is a
hot.
stunning human being as well.
Oh, okay, now I'm turning red.
Jeff
but,
and Michelle also used to model. You can find them on the internet if you Google
Still
reverse
currently
image search
model.
them.
Still currently model.
And yeah, they're lovely people. We're happy to have them. We're happy to have you, Michelle.
Get the applause back out.
Get that back out here.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for
Yes.
liking, commenting, subscribing, doing all the things so we show up for you every week. We will see you next week. Sayonara, suckers.
Sayonara.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.